Hello and welcome to Movie Castle. Come on in. This is the only show on the internet that takes place in a castle that moves from place to place. And today we are moving into a land, another universe where no one can fuck. And I have one thing to say to you, sir.
Yeah.
You're good at podcasting when you're nervous.
I'm not nervous.
So you're just good at podcasting.
Here we go. All right, my name's Cooper.
All right, and my name is Aiden, and welcome to the first ever deep dive.
Yeah, one podcast only.
One podcast only. We have made a lot of podcasts over the last, year and a half?
Year and a half about, yeah.
What have we come closest to doing, like a full deep dive? Go through the plot, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I mean, we went through Superman a little bit.
Yes, we did.
But normally we just kind of talk about our feelings.
Right.
And sometimes we'll talk about scenes we really like.
Yeah.
So.
We've gone through a PTA movie, a Spielberg movie. Who else? Ari Aster movie.
Ari Aster movies. There's been a couple movies that have come out in the past year and a half, if you can believe it.
Christopher Nolan movie.
We talked about Jurassic World Rebirth. Oh, remember that movie? I think
what was the name of the little fucker?
Doris or Dolores.
Dolores.
Or
Dolores is the little dinosaur in that one. Yeah. Yes. And none of these movies we have done a dedicated, full deep dive into the plot and everything. This is going to be our first time. I took notes. Did you take notes?
I did not take notes. I was with my girlfriend and could not.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker. Okay, so I did take notes. I would like... do you like how this happened?
You're pretty crazy.
Well, yes. You can't see famously in a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this beautiful book that my friend Jackson got me from Japan. This little notebook here.
Wow,
I haven't written in it nearly as much as I need to.
Mm-hmm.
But now approximately one half of all writing in here is scribbled notes in various places about One Night Only. Some of them are overlapping. They're all at different angles. And unfortunately, they're not in...
not in order.
No, because I'm like... sometimes I'd be like, I think there's space up here, you know? Right.
Was it that dark that you couldn't see your paper at all?
Every once in a while I could see my paper, but it does take place in the night. But yeah, I couldn't really see. I was wondering if I would maybe get it to myself. I was at 9 o'clock on a Monday night at the local AMC. Local to wherever the castle lands. So in this case, New York.
Yes.
But I didn't see it in, what's the big one there? It's a huge AMC Lincoln Square.
Oh.
Up there.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in there. I saw it at a different local AMC. That's
in the Bronx.
Less impressive in the Bronx. Yeah. And it was originally just going to be me and this one other person. And I thought maybe I could DIY that singles night that was planned, was promised to me by the people at Universal, but never followed through in any theaters near me. But then I decided not to because I think that would be a sadistic thing to do. But it would be good content.
It would be good content. Are you going to tell me who this person is, off mic?
Oh, no. I don't know who they were.
Oh, okay.
It was someone... There was an empty theater with one person in the back.
Oh, all right. I thought you invited someone to go with you.
Oh, no. That'd be crazy, right?
I mean, I guess
soft
that would
launch
make you...
on the One Night Only.
On the One Night Only.
Pod.
Screening, yeah.
So then... but then there were 4 women that bought tickets, in between me and this mystery person.
Right.
And so it was an interesting atmosphere. I might talk about some reactions that were given from the 4 giggly women behind me.
The ladies from 80 for Brady.
Yes, the ladies from 80 for Brady showed up. Holy moly. Can you name the ladies from 80 for Brady?
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
That's insane. Not even when you were preparing for Oscar season? That was an Oscar hopeful.
It was, yeah, that's true. No, I did not prepare for it.
Didn't even go for
it's
original screenplay.
whole football thing,
Would it be adapted because it's based off of the Patriots, the love of the Patriots?
It's based off football.
The NFL.
Yeah. I have taken notes for movies on this podcast before. We took notes during Tubi Month, if you can recall.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
So those were closer to deep dives. I mean, they had their own segments. They had their own place.
I mean, we talked about 15 movies an episode during
Yes, we
Tubi
did.
month. So
We really did the fucking work.
we
there.
did.
God. But the reason that I wanted to do a deep dive on this and you acquiesced is this trailer has meant something dear to me, has become very dear to me over the last, like, what? How long has this motherfucker been in screenings? 5 months?
Probably 5 months. Yeah.
5
I'm
months?
not. I wouldn't say 6, but probably 4 or 5.
Yes. And when I say to people it's my favorite trailer.
And you like it more than Primetime and Dune 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't. It's a little. It feels like a little bit of a pithy, like, I'm above this film.
Right.
But it gave me so much genuine joy, and it's in the weird middle ground of like irony and like super earnest love that I have from time to time. But there's something about the way that it's edited, and there's like 5 lines in it that all will be stuck in my head like forever, and the vague like poppy music that I'm not familiar with, the beep and then even when the cut to the Universal logo and it goes bom 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 and like cuts into the Universal logo,
Right.
I love it all. There's nothing about it I don't love. And then also just the promise of it, the promise of we've decided to do The Purge but for sex,
Right.
but not really elaborating on that at all, and barely like throwing it off in one line, which is now a famous line, at least in the places I walk around. You know,
New York.
Yeah, people on the streets of the Bronx.
Yes.
They're shouting. You think if you think finding love is hard, try
Finding love on the least romantic night of the year. Of course.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
So I was pretty worried now that I had set up this expectation that maybe this film would be nothing, right?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to talk about. But then I got a text from my friend Cooper.
Yeah.
You saw it when? Thursday, Friday?
I saw it on, what day was that? I think I saw it on Saturday. Yeah.
What was your crowd like?
No crowd. We went to a smaller theater around here, Syracuse 6.
Where's that in the Bronx?
Well, it's in Syracuse, New York.
Oh, okay.
But we never go there. Lucy and I never go there, even though it's like pretty close to her house.
Kind of a fuck ass theater, yeah.
Exactly. That's why I don't go there. Last movie I saw there was Companion. So it was me and her, and then 2 couples.
Cool.
That were sitting in the back. I think they were the couples from The Invite.
I was gonna make the same joke, dude.
But yeah, and they kept like getting up and leaving and coming back a few times. So there was like nobody there though.
Okay.
Yeah.
This film.
I mean, the whole theater. I mean, sometimes I drive by and that place is packed. You know, I think a lot of families go there. There was like nobody there that night though, so I don't think people were showing up for Spider-Man or Odyssey or whatever was playing that night.
Yeah, gotcha. This movie has not made a lot of money.
No, it made like $5-6 million.
Yeah, around 5. And I pointed this out to you yesterday, but I like to go on the Boxed.
Yes.
And click on the popular thing and search for it, and then that's where I make my log.
Right.
You know, sounds like I'm taking a shit. I that's when I log my film.
The one night a year that you can log, you know.
Oh, dude, that's so sick. The Purge, but for shitting. That's awesome.
Yeah. What if it was the Purge but for Letterboxd, and you could only like all the movies you watched that year, you could only log it now.
That would be a hellscape. That would be so much worse than either.
I mean,
of
for
the
some
other
people it'd be okay, you know, but for us, we watch a lot of movies every year.
That'd be sick.
That's my entire day right there.
You think they'll take that pitch, like Universal, big Universal?
Big Universal. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but last time we recorded, I said that I would come to this episode with characters or people that we could base this movie around. I don't know if you did that or not, but I have a list of 10 people here.
I'd forgotten about this.
We can go through them whenever you want to. If you want to do that now, if you want to do that later at the end of the episode, that's fine. But,
okay, so these are just characters that are thrust into this world.
It's would they be a compelling protagonist in
to
this
one night only?
Yeah, in this hypothetical situation.
Hit me with 2.
Okay. Frank T.J. Mackey from Magnolia.
Yeah, that's a really good option. Okay, do we want to like talk it out, or?
I mean, if you have something that you want to say, that's fine. You know.
I mean, that is. this is a world ripe for tangents.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the tangents you could go on is that kind of an influencer. The women are objects, the game type of
Right.
person.
That's why I chose him.
I guess you're very astute in picking that. I think they would have a lot of business for like a month, right? Leading up to it,
Mm-hmm.
or do you think that culture would like be consistent? They do say in this movie that being an incel is a badge of honor, so they are. So it might be creating like incels out of every person
Right.
on the great
That's
United
interesting.
States.
It's interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me another one.
Okay. I got Patrick from Challengers.
Oh, he would strut. Well, that'll be his favorite day, wouldn't it not be?
Probably.
He would be that motherfucker in One Night Only that he's like, I've got a block here. I've got a block from like 10:30 to 11 if you want to use that. And he's got a whole Google Calendar.
Right.
That's kind of it would be his vibe.
I mean, that's when he would go find Zendaya, you know?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. It's the day.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you can cheat on your spouse.
We don't know. I mean, that's the thing with this movie is we don't really know. The rules aren't too defined here.
Ooh, that's an interesting one because the whole thing with this movie, we could talk about the premise now. A little bit, we can tease it out. The sci-fi premise of this movie is that they have all gotten badass tattoos, 5G chips.
Yeah.
They mention they state 5G.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get them in the shape of a bat or whatever.
A lighthouse is what she has.
Do they have presets? Do you think they have like
a stencil?
It's like I picture a credit card, like
right.
How you could pick out your like one of like 15 credit card things.
Yeah.
And did she just get lucky and get one of emotional?
No, I think she says that you get to choose something, but I think if you wanted something really specific, you know, like. I don't know if you could do that, but like a lighthouse is pretty broad.
Right.
A bat is pretty broad. If you wanted to get like a skull, that's pretty broad.
Yeah.
But if I was like, I want the Boogie Nights cover. Or you know, just something really, I don't know. It's not a good example.
Or the 4K.
The 4K. Or you know, just something like very specific.
I
don't know if they could do that.
Right.
You know, but if it's like it's like when you go to the when you're a kid and you go to the like. The little vending machines that have like tattoos, and it's like the pre-made tattoos, you know? Something like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh man, this is going to be a big ep. But I'll stay on course for now. The idea is that and they don't tell you this until like halfway through the movie. The idea is that if you get a surge of dopamine that's specific for like coming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to be fucking crude, but the dopamine for coming.
Yeah.
If it's within like a certain distance of another 5G tattoo chip, then it will send the SWAT team or whatever.
Right.
So if you are married, you don't have a tattoo, right?
No.
So then, if you have sex with another person,
how do you get it removed? Again, there's a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
If you have sex with a person that is not your spouse,
mm-hmm.
then this will work for both parties.
Yeah.
Because they have a little infographic of all the things you can do and cannot do.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is just like jerking your shit so right.
Yeah.
You can do that.
You can do that. That's
you can
fine.
masturbate.
You can masturbate.
So they would assume that you were masturbating
because
there's not another tattoo nearby, and then they would assume the person that is married is just having sex with their spouse.
Right.
Easy.
Yes.
And I feel like this could be a service as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like that does seem like a loophole. I mean, this is early in the
this is 3 years.
The law.
It's been 3 years into the law.
Passed by Congress.
The 3 years thing made me think of the 3 years thing made me think of James Gunn's Superman.
Oh.
Do you imagine if it was like 30 years ago, an alien landed on Earth?
Yeah.
3 years ago, Congress passed the law banning premarital sex.
Yeah. And then
30 minutes ago,
Yeah.
Superman lost his first fight against the Hammer of
So,
Bravia.
it's just thrown in with everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be so cool. That's how James Gunn started his universe. It's like getting all the essential world building out of the way.
Yes.
This is part of it.
And now he's not doing anything anymore.
Now he's James Gunn.
James Gunn, yeah.
He's been fired.
He's pissing me off right now. He's not fired, but he's pissing me off.
What's he doing?
Well, he's just not doing anything. Marvel's out here being like, here's our X-Men cast. Here's Ghost Rider. Here's Black Panther 3. And James Gunn is like, I got Jimmy Olsen casting. You guys care about Jimmy Olsen casting?
That is pretty funny. I didn't think about that. So
everyone's dunking on him right now. Everyone's
you want
like,
him
where's,
to be like
where is Wonder Woman?
Arjona is here as Wonder Woman?
It'd build up hype.
It would.
It would build up hype.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We gotta stay on topic.
We gotta stay on topic.
But yeah, it says 3 years ago, Congress. I don't think it says Congress at that point. And then it says ... It's been a lot, which already got me chortling. I love that. And then we are transported into the world of the film through a parody song. And this is something that I would like to talk about with the film up front. This film has a very interesting tone. I think that if it was to be a triumph, it would have to have a different tone.
Yeah.
It would need to be a little bit bawdier, a little bit willing to play with the concept a little bit more, a little less restrained. Right now, we've got Will Gluck directing it.
Yes,
who is now trying to make another in his line of kind of sexy rom-coms.
Well, have you seen the interviews for this movie?
No, I haven't.
So people are asking him about the premise a lot.
Of course.
And he's refusing to answer, like
David Lynch would do.
Sure.
He's in the lineage.
If you want to say that. But I think that's been frustrating to people that, like, why would you create this premise and then be like, don't think about it, you know?
So that's what he's saying? He's saying don't think about it?
Some stuff like that, along those lines. I mean, it's not a direct quote.
Right.
But the other thing is that this movie had a ton of nudity and sex in it, but it was all cut.
Really?
Yes.
He said this?
People fucking in the streets. And he's like, I have pages and pages of research that proves that audiences don't want to see nudity in their films right now.
I mean, they're right.
And so he cut it. He cut it.
He's got to.
But it's out there.
He's got to be the change he wants to see in the world.
Right.
And right now, the change I want to see in the world is dong and boobs and ass.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Well, you could have gotten that.
I could have gotten that.
Yeah.
Look what they've taken from us.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a film about, I would say, this is a film about conservatism, right?
Yes, a little bit.
This is a film about how we are kind of like regressing as a people. I mean, in my eyes, regressing as a people and becoming like sexless objects because of the powers that be pulling the strings or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a world where we have elected, kind of out of apathy, a conservative tyrant that has gone full fascist and decided that sex is not, like, premarital sex is just not part of family values and must be stricken from the earth, right? Not the earth, the United States.
The US of A.
Mm-hmm. So, we're going to talk about the ending. The ending is the biggest, travesty that the movie has going for it. I think that it could be a success in its own right if it changes the ending.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna call me Hishy because I'm gonna tell you how it should have ended. All right, buddy?
Yeah.
But like, to decide to not include the nudity in a movie that's commenting on that is bizarre to me. That is bizarre.
Yeah.
And especially now looking, I mean, we got 20/20 vision. We see that this has not worked. If they were fucking more, I don't know if it would be like a successful film, but I think it would be a lot more, like, have more integrity, I would say. That's crazy.
Yes. I think this movie is not smart enough to put that together, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think it knows. I don't think it knows what it's about. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, the ending really says that to me.
Yeah. But I don't think that was its intent. I think that is how it reads, but I think he was probably just like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah, but he does poke the bear.
He does poke the bear, and that's what
have,
people's issue with the movie seems to be.
And sometimes there are jokes that feel a little left of liberal a
Mhm.
little bit. There's one joke that took me like came out of fucking nowhere. The Obama thing,
The Obama one. Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
They say like does Maya Hawke say this?
It's either Maya Hawke or it's Molly Ringwald.
And they say, and one of them says like, "Thanks Obama," about the mandate, as they
Right.
call it.
Yeah.
And they like question her on this, and she's like, "Well, the pendulum."
The pendulum swings back. Yeah, that's what she says.
Which is crazy. I mean, it's a crazy thing to throw in here, and it. I mean, it's talking about Trump
Mm-hmm.
and the fascist regime that he is puppeting right now. But besides that, like, so what is that saying? I mean, it is just saying like, it does feel pretty like a leftist thing to say, right? Like this is not all like on like the current administration. This
Mhm.
is also like, there's been a precedent set by the kind of like the liberal past administrations that is like we've allowed it to swing back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What a weird thing to say.
Mhm.
And when the rest of the movie doesn't really seem interested in this.
You want to know another weird thing to say that Will Gluck said was that you have nudity at home.
And that's the problem. All right, I rage baited myself.
Mhm.
Like earlier this week, I was just on Instagram and there was something about nudity or whatever, and I'm like, fuck me. And I look in the comments because I know what I'm gonna find and I know what I want. And what I want is to like stick my hand in and get a fucking mouse
Dune?
strap on my.
Oh, that was like the box in Dune.
The boxing dude. Exactly, it is like that's better.
Yeah.
And I see someone being like, well, nudity in film is never not like exploitation,
Mhm.
and if you think otherwise, you're probably gooning to it, right? And to those people, I just want to shake them and be like, porn is half the problem.
Yeah.
Porn is giving people standards and expectations that are unrealistic and usually amoral. The thing is, you have to give an alternative. And the alternative is to portray sex in a way that is fun and like genuinely sexy and like two human beings connecting, you know?
Right. Mhm.
There are a lot of ways to portray sex that isn't porn. And I think part of the problem with the way that people view sex these days is that they don't have an alternative to that.
Mhm.
They have depravity and nothing else.
Yeah.
So a movie like this, which should be arguing for sex is fun, sex is varied, sex is a beautiful thing given to us by God or whatever you believe in, that we should be fucking all day all night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And this movie doesn't seem to feel that way. We'll talk about the ending, which is crazy, but the first little bit of it does seem to be like that. And I'm okay with it being like a light R rating. I mean, I was until I heard what you said about it.
Yeah.
Because there's space for that, and there is space to kind of dance around the idea of sex. And I don't think that it would ever result in a really amazing movie from here, but I think it could be a good movie. And I do like this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I had a fun time watching this movie. I think it's a little brains falling out of the ass type of movie, but
A little bit.
I think there's plenty of cute little moments between Callum Turner and what's her name?
Monica Barbaro.
Monica Barbaro, and I don't know, just like the little like making fun of each other, and there are good moments in this movie
For sure.
Yeah.
But this isn't a movie that's like falls apart for me when you look deeper. It just makes me want to know more.
I think for a lot of people, this movie falls apart when you look deeper.
Yes, I guess so. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense.
I mean, so at the start of the movie, they're like STIs are down and teen pregnancy is down. But my question about the teen pregnancy thing is like, are they tattooing these teenagers, and at what age do you get tattooed? You know, because this seems like something you do. You get one of these cool little. I get a Punisher skull on my wrist because it's definitely gonna help me get laid. Tattoo when I turn 18. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, if this law is in place and you're like a teenager, like I fuck as much as you want when you're in high school, then, you know. But I feel like teen pregnancy would be up in that case.
You're right, because then you'd want to fuck as much as you can before you become of age.
Right.
When you cannot fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That is a problem. So then, yeah, there's no right answer for that.
Exactly.
You could go like,
But
well,
these
when
are
do
the
they
questions
have
that
sex
Big
on
Will is
average?
being asked, and Big Will is like, I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, you can go down really dark rabbit holes there. There's a lot of you can go to a lot of dark rabbit holes with this premise.
Yeah.
And the lengths people would go. But so that is, yeah, because if you say like, well, maybe on average people have sex first when they're like what 15, 16 or
I
whatever.
believe the average in the U.S. right now is like 17 or something.
17 makes sense.
Yeah.
So then you go back a little further. So then would it say like we need, because people would be scared of that the most, like the teen pregnancy stuff. So would you just be like all kids have to get this tat?
Yes, I don't know.
And then was it like how do they get people to get the tat? It seems like a logistical nightmare.
I mean, it's like you just get it in English class when you take your yearbook photos in high school because everyone has English.
Yeah, maybe I mean, they're cool as hell tats. They change color.
Yeah, they do change color. I don't know how they.
One day.
It's very, very scientific.
Yeah, it seems like unnecessary as well. I think people know when the day is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it gives them no excuse.
We don't know when the day is, though. I mean, it looked like a summer day.
Yes, it did. They didn't say that. That's
Yeah.
kind of strange. Because I feel like that's easy revenue if you say a specific day and then people get tweeting about it every day, every time that day comes around. Would.
It could just be the movie's release date, you know?
Yeah.
What August 8th?
Mm-hmm.
August 7th? August 7th.
But if they kept saying it, it would live forever. Not like as much as it could.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would probably be like, boys, you know what day it is. You know? All right. But yeah, let's pull out some strings.
Okay.
So she has, I mean, one of the big questions I had going into this is gay. Like, what's up with the gays?
Yeah. I mean, there's that passing line at the start of the movie. The lesbian roommate is like, we've been dodging,
skirting around laws for forever.
Yeah. But I don't really understand why. I mean, if the whole thing is like we want traditional family values back, why wouldn't they also be doing that with the gay people as well?
Because they do show a lot of different kinds of couples,
mm-hmm.
and there are some gay ass couples, right, that you see,
mm-hmm.
and they're enjoying the day as well. And I don't think this makes sense at all, because if the lesbians are orgasming, it's the same thing.
Right.
It's not, because when I was going into this, is it only vaginal? Are they only going to talk like vaginal intercourse? Like, that seems like a way to quantify it or whatever. But no, the orgasm thing is kind of smart. But then they can't say this thing about lesbians skirting around. So is that particular person just edging the whole year? Is that all? That'd be so crazy, dude. Oh my god! Like the real what's the type of person that's like jumping off a cliff or whatever? The real like the
thrill seekers.
Thrill seekers.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the reward versus the punishment of edging.
Mm-hmm.
That's immense. Because
yes.
then if you actually get there, then the SWAT team's coming in. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool. Why didn't they have that? So this is an Apatovian comedy would be talking about all this stuff.
Should have been a mini series, I guess. You want to explore all these avenues.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And I would love this to take the same like franchise pattern as The Purge.
Right.
Like the first.
And the next
Purge.
one follows Patrick.
Yes.
From Challengers.
Yes. One night only election year. I would like, and then we have each one of them has one of the people you talked about. Can I get another one of those?
Yeah. Okay. I got the Jolly Green Giant who's on the green bean and corn cans.
Yeah, of course. How dare you assume that I wouldn't know him?
Yay or nay?
Is he in a world of normal folk?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen a commercial for that brand.
Well, it would imply that he would be in the real world, like in this universe that you created. So he would have some trouble there.
I think so.
If there were no other giants like him, I'm gonna say no, unless you want to just make a movie. Because then you could just have a movie about the green, the Jolly Green Giant. He just can't fuck like on any day, right? It wouldn't have to be in the universe.
Mm-hmm. So no on that one.
No on that one.
That one.
Give me one more.
Okay. I have Ma from the movie Ma.
Okay. Don't make me fuck alone. Yeah.
5 o'clock somewhere, 7 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Yes, dude. Yes. All right. See, I'm good on this. This is good. Ma is good, and I'm glad you brought brought her in
Mhm.
as is vague tradition on
Yeah.
this show. It's good to see her back.
Good to see her back.
And
Ma 2, do we have an update? Do you know?
not that I haven't heard any updates on Ma 2. And
I need to
you
know.
I got the Google update notification on Ma 2.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's banger.
All right.
That's a pass. Okay, let me see what I got here. Yeah, these are great notes. Just lesbian skirt around ? Edging ? Graffiti. What did I say? Graffiti. I do like that the little bit of world building that you do get is like some stuff in the background, like the graffiti of Revolt is awesome.
Well, then there's a poster that's like travel to Cuba. You can do it anytime.
Really, I didn't see
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of. I think that's another thing that's like irking people is that like it's there, like the commentary is there, but it's not. The movie's not interested in that.
But that was so exciting to me, and I had been told that they don't really like go into it, so I was very like satisfied with what I did get.
Yeah.
I really like the signs everywhere that just say, like in Ghostbusters, like the no, and then it just says sex, no sex, cross it out. They have those signs everywhere in restaurants, and they're not like they don't look like temporary signs to me. So I have two questions. Two options here. So one, these signs are everywhere in like all sorts of establishments on so many like poles. It seems silly that they would have to remind people all the time, but it also seems silly that they would put all these signs up for just the day. Are they saying no sex in this area?
Oh, that's interesting. So it's like a no smoking.
Yeah,
No smoking
it's
area.
like because people don't seem to be following that rule. People are fucking in the streets.
Which was cut from the movie.
Which was cut from the movie, but people are getting really handsy in the streets. They're fucking in the windows, and the news is recording people fucking in the windows, which I thought was strange. I don't think they would want that.
Journalism's in a really good place in this universe.
Yeah, why would they? Yeah, especially like if it is like a conservative run thing, you'd think that they would be doing this kind of like get your sinful acts out of the way. They wouldn't be promoting it. I wouldn't think unless the news like organizations that we're seeing are lefty. But I don't. If this is in a universe where sex is being denied from the people, I think they have full control over the news and the media. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I mean, they say that they're living in a fascist government, so the news is definitely being monitored heavily.
Yeah,
I would say.
Mm-hmm. So that seems strange. They would record all these sex acts. I mean, unless it is, and it doesn't seem to be in like, God, look at them go. Jesus Christ. We have a nice little place here. This is a Mormon film.
A little bit.
This is a film about if you want to get married right now.
Yeah.
And especially the moment where like Cal Turner was asked about his homies, and he's like, dude, they're all married. They couldn't stand it, man. They all had to get married. Felt for that, I just did that thought cross your mind at all?
The Mormon stuff.
The Mormon stuff. Seeing everyone get married off just to fuck.
Not really. I mean, I guess it did. But I mean, I remember you and I were talking about this movie last week. We were wondering if this would do well in Utah, where the castle normally is, and we weren't sure because of like how this movie's advertised and the premise of it.
Yeah.
I think it could, if the LDS folk here see the trailer for this, they might be a little turned off by it.
Right.
But I think if they know, but I don't know, I still don't think they would really fuck with this movie, all things considered.
Yeah, it's still an R. It's still
they're not allowed to watch those.
Raunchy-ish.
There's a naked guy that runs. I like that scene.
Me too. There's a couple of great like almost naked scenes.
Yeah.
The guy at the guitar is a standout. You do see this is side boob central. This is ass central. Male ass central. So I'll take what I can get.
Right.
But it did strike me as odd given the premise. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. I noticed a couple of signs out there for licensed AI sex with 3 X's shirt.
I didn't notice that.
I noticed this twice. I maybe could be reading it wrong, but I did. I'm pretty sure I saw this. I thought that was strange. They do have one other mention of AI. It gets ACAB for a little bit. They get arrested. Well, I mean, Should we just at this point go through the plot of the film?
I mean, we're kind of going through the plot a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the movie starts with one of many parodies of a traditional pop song, which at first was kind of provocative to me because it started and I was like, oh god, they have another this kind of a soundtrack, you know?
Couldn't afford the licensing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I was more just like, yeah. I was just like, this is really easy, music to put in here. This is obvious. And then when it starts to be about like vaginal medication,
that's not the start of the movie. The start of the movie is with Callum Turner.
How does this? What's he doing? Oh, he's walking.
He's making his pizza and he's telling everybody, "Hey, get ready, it's coming."
Oh yeah.
A couple more hours, guys. And then the married people are like, "Oh, we'll take over the store." You took notes. Come on, man.
Sorry, dude. I didn't take. Yeah.
Yeah, and the married people are like, "Hey, we'll run the store. You go out. You know, you're not married.
Mm-hmm.
You're dating Maya Hawke."
Oh, and then there's the one lady that was looking at him make the pizza, and she was like, "You can join us, man."
Yeah.
And he's like,
and so he leaves and he goes to a fancy little restaurant with Maya Hawke.
Right.
And doesn't break up with him, but is like, I want to have sex with a fucking panther tonight, type of thing.
Explore. Yes.
I want to explore, and I want the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Come on, you know, this is the one night of the year that I get to smash, you know."
Yeah.
And
she wants to fuck Glenn Powell.
Yeah, and he's. You like the cameos in this movie?
No,
you don't like them.
I mean,
I like the Pete Davidson one.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I didn't like the Sydney Sweeney Glenn Powell on a picture.
Apparently, they were supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Little cameo.
Were they cut out or were they?
No, scheduling issues.
Makes sense.
Yeah, someone had to go film a third season of Euphoria, and Glenn Powell's busy being the running man.
Yeah, of course.
And so he's upset. He's upset.
He's upset, and in a great bit of storytelling, I thought he plops out the ice from a drink. He chugs the drink, plops out the ice, and melting in its hand on the subway home, and it's got a ring in there. He was planning on popping the question.
Bad proposal method, if you ask me.
You think so?
I do think so.
I mean, I've been thinking about this lately because I saw it in Spider-Man 3 as well.
Well, it's in the champagne glass, so it's not like he fucking did the we're sealing this in Jello from The Office type of thing with that ring. It was fucking Captain America and ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you don't like that. You like?
I think it's bad.
Are you okay with the champagne?
I think any food or drink is not the move.
That's the worry for me.
Yeah.
Is that can go down the throat pretty easily, I would say.
I just if I was being proposed to, I wouldn't want to take a bite of something and be like, oh, fuck.
Oh.
But I was really looking forward to it. You know?
That's a good point. Now, someone's grubby mitts were in this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know when you're like eating a piece of cake and you're like, this third bite's gonna be the best bite? Could you imagine biting into this fucking piece of metal?
I would piss me off. I'd say no.
I'd be upset.
I would probably say no.
Why couldn't you just gone to the beach or something?
Yeah. And so then it cuts to
the song. Whatever that pop song is. It's is it Brave?
I think so.
Yes.
I didn't take notes about that.
Yes. And it's not a super great cover, and then you're kind of like, oh, you're a little worried, like you were saying, and then it turns into a vaginal commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it kind of struck me as interesting because a lot of these movies have like really bad soundtracks. This movie doesn't have a great soundtrack, but I thought it was gonna be a lot worse from this. So I thought maybe that would be a statement on that. I found the observation amusing. Like there's a lot of those ads out there that do cover like old washed out pop songs and then just like put the medication word in there. And that's a fun job for a washed up singer to have. But then the movie does have like kind of one of those soundtracks, so it was less effective.
Yeah, so we got it's Brave. Sarah Bareilles is Brave, and we got 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. There's like 5 needle drops in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
at the start of this movie.
Yeah, it's a type of propulsion, I guess. People like just recognizing things from like top 100 or whatever. Gets a little bit of a boost. It does have the song from the trailer, which I always love, and so that gave me a little jolt of joy.
I would like to say though that Esty Haim from the band Haim did do the score for this movie. She's the composer, and she's also in the movie. She's one of the she's the bouncer at the club, the nice little club.
Oh, she was fun.
Yeah,
I did kind of recognize her for something. That's awesome. Yeah, they were fun. Okay, we do get something on the television that shows like a representative, or was he the president?
I don't think it was the president. I just think it was maybe some sort of politician or just even maybe a TV journalist or something talking about the situation.
And that's where he kind of says that this was this was not something voted on by the people. It was Congress that passed this.
Yeah.
And this is when he says that it is a badge of honor to be an incel, which was great. I really liked that. He explains the biosensor, and he says that they gave this purge night out of political compromise, which I liked. That felt like good political commentary a little bit.
Do you think I'm thinking about this now. Do you think that the tattoos on the wrist, do you think they have like a tracker in them? Because I'm thinking like if I do the classic come and go routine and I just take off immediately, get in my car and drive away, are they gonna find me?
I think so.
Okay.
Right? I mean, it's playing into the fear of the 5G chips. We're all getting chipped. So I bet they are tracking
probably
a good amount of you.
Okay.
That's a good question, though. They bump into each other. I guess we won't have to go through every little bit. Yeah. They do bump into each other.
Well, he goes to Molly Ringwald's house first, right?
Yes.
Which is his mom.
Goes to... Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she is going to be hooking up with the Reading Rainbow guy.
Yeah, LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton.
What a strange thing. Like, I haven't seen him in a long time.
I haven't seen him since season 5 of Community, I don't think.
Oh, yeah? Is he good in that?
He's in there for one episode, like one scene.
Wow. So then, Geordie LaForge is going to pipe his mom, and so he cannot stay. He cannot stay in the comfort of that home. It's very black and white what's happening in that home, which makes a later development all the stranger. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say so.
And then on the other side,
I keep forgetting her name.
Monica Barbaro.
Barbaro goes out with her friend. Well, first she goes to her apartment after work, and that's where the lesbian says that she's skirting the laws, and she's also watching a 12-year-old boy who really, 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 really wants to fuck.
Yes, I found that interesting. Yeah, if I may stop you. The kid has a lot of is very sexual, like in his vernacular. In a very sexless world. It felt a little bit of Mr. Will Gluck's like view on modern male culture a little bit, on how like vulgar.
I mean, it felt a little like 2017 Good Boys, you know?
I mean, it definitely did.
Yeah.
But in the context of this movie, it kind of felt like how like a statement on the way that like young men talk in this world, an exaggeration of that. What a very strange character. Did that character work for you?
No.
Got a little bit of laughs from behind, like in my movie theater, but not a lot. It was a lot of awkward silence around that kid. He was a heinous little guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, continue. You're better like the plot here.
Okay, so she goes and meets up with her friend. They're at like a little like restaurant, bar, coffee shop. This is where the scene in the movie happens where it's like, oh, I met this guy in line.
Yes.
But we get a lot of their motives here where she wants to find love on the least romantic night of the year.
Yes, of course.
And her friends just kind of like get plowed. And then she meets a fella who says he's from Wakanda, a prince from Wakanda. Turns out he actually is a prince, but he's not David Johnson.
Yeah.
And they take off.
He smelled good.
Yeah.
She got the like the cream of the crop like out of nowhere. I liked the beats of it better in the trailer. I thought the comedy worked better for me in the trailer, but that might just be me living with the trailer for so long.
But I believe the following scene after this is the meet cute.
Right.
Where they bump into each other on the street and he pukes on her toes.
I liked this. Did you like this?
I mean, I could use a little more throw up.
Yeah, it could have been more exaggerated.
Yeah, it's either more nudity or more throw up in this movie. What's it going to be? Will.
Your move, asshole. Because I do like that they do seem to have... Because I didn't know the shape of this movie, right? And so when they have that meet cute, like, I did kind of fall for it. And, you know, I think I knew they had to be split up at some point, but I thought maybe at that point they would start to have some chemistry. I like the idea that they... Like the first impressions were thrown off by like vomit and then him trying to explain a situation, which is not a great situation.
Yeah.
And she's wearing the pretty dress or whatever. Yeah, continue on.
Okay, and then so after this, they go their separate ways. She's disgusted with him. I might be missing some stuff here, but after this, he goes to a bar and he sees Julia Fox, I believe.
Yes.
And she's like, I'm off in 30 minutes. You can get me off in 30 minutes, type of thing.
Yes.
And then she goes to like a little nightclub, a little underground club. Nicholas Braun cameo here. He's like, what's he do? He's like a science tech guy who's like the technology that we use in the tattoos or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And she says, well, could you cure Parkinson's with that? And then he says, there's no money there.
Right. He wants to silence the whatever the electricity, like the signal coming off of it is, so people could fuck.
Yeah.
Did you like that? That's an actual joke.
I honestly, I know Braun was in the trailer for this. I thought he'd have a bigger role in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, especially since he's kind of had a bit of a moment this decade, you know, with Succession and then some of his appearances in other movies. So I kind of thought he'd have a more substantial role in this, but I guess not.
Maybe in the glut cut.
In the glut cut, he's one of the dudes in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the Julia Fox scene is interesting to me because she keeps saying that you're a nice guy, and that's the bit of that scene is that he's like, I'm not a nice guy. People don't want to be with a nice guy, and then he is nice. He gives a woman a glass of water or whatever.
Yeah, she's upset, but
but then using nice guy a lot is strange when you're talking about like modern sex or whatever. Nice guy has a very different connotation than the one that they're using. Right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I just thought that was strange. And then they have a strange roofie joke in there that's like obviously
I'm
80
gonna
yard.
get roofied.
Yeah, and all on top of everything, I'm getting roofied.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
It's strange.
And so in the nightclub though, or just the regular club with Miss Barbaro, she meets a magician, doesn't fuck with him. She meets another dude who plays piano.
Yeah.
And they kind of got a bit of chemistry. They kick it off a little bit.
They play sad music together.
And they're like, okay, there's something here. Let's go back to his place. But her condom was stolen, which she got from the 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And so this is where the movie gets really into that calm. Bit of the calm here is there's a mad dash for condoms, but because of the night, there's only people are selling out of their condoms because everyone is doing it, and nobody is thinking of getting like one of those like cups, the female condoms, or anything like that. It's just the classic rubber. And I just want to say, and I said this on our Odyssey episode. Fuck Durex.
Fuck Durex.
Fuck
man.
Durex.
I want to speak on that.
I would not be partaking in this night. So they're running across the city trying to find a condom, both of them, because he needs one to fuck Julia Fox and she needs one to fuck the dude who plays piano. And they meet at the same convenience store. There's one condom and it's in like a pyramid glass case.
Yeah.
Like a cool statue.
Yeah.
And neither of them have like the money to get the condom out because it's $300. Yeah. Because she knows the value. And
it is Durex. They have to resort to Durex.
Yes,
unfortunately.
And so she hooks up a wire to a cable. Yeah. To the statue, and goes out. And the dude who plays piano also has a motorcycle because he's so fucking cool.
He's really cool.
And then they drive. And
it goes right through this. Yeah.
That's what happens.
I mean, they were fucking livin, living. You know, it was good to see him getting out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah.
Both of them getting out of their shell. Yeah.
She steals the Durex condom, which probably isn't in great condition after. Well, no, they have to break the glass around the thing.
Yeah, they have to break the glass, and then it falls into the sewer because they were flipping it like a coin.
Well, it doesn't happen after though. It happens a little later, right?
Touch later, not that bad.
Okay.
But what do you think of the comedy in this in general?
I laughed a few times.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, a dude running naked will always be funny to me. I'm the number one Blink-182 fan in the world, so that shit will always be funny to me. Yeah, there's a couple jokes here and there that I
some
thought
rubber
were clever,
glove action too.
A bit of rubber glove action, yeah.
Enema of the State.
Enema of the State.
Look at me.
Look at me. Look what you've done. Yeah,
I think the banter between the two of them, I think, was effective. and it got me to a point where I was like, ah, this is cute. They kind of got me, and the rom-com stuff in this is much stronger than his Gluck's past Gluck vehicle. The what even is that called? It's not called No Hard
Anyone
Feelings.
But You.
That's the other one.
Anyone
But You.
Yeah.
With Sweeney and Powell.
Sweeney.
I think that movie is kind of nothing
Mm-hmm.
and doesn't really have a lot of juice for me when it comes to the chemistry as well as like any of the setup stuff. It doesn't give me that the kick in the heart that a lot of rom-coms do. The kind of trashy, kind of lovely feeling that a good rom-com can give you, or a good bad rom-com can give you. You know,
Right.
and this movie does have that in a couple of scenes, and I think the comedy is sometimes effective, and then when it's not effective, it is perplexing in a way that also was enjoyable to me. This is not a movie that I could ever lock out of. I was kind of worried. I had a really like long ass day, and I was exhausted. I was in prime condition to fall asleep.
Right.
And I was like, I cannot do that.
You got to take notes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was no worry.
Mm-hmm.
Like during the movie, there was no part of me that was going to fall asleep during this, you know? Okay. So she gets the condom.
Yeah. She goes back to his place. They start to get it on, but then the police show up.
They do.
It turns out that Piano Man is
He's a felon.
He's a felon.
Or whatever. He's a convict.
He's a convict.
And convicts on parole. He's on parole.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot have sex.
Something like that.
I say to you, I guess that makes sense. Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Let's get. Is it to avoid like sexual violence? Is that what it is? Like,
I mean,
why?
Maybe that's what he was arrested for.
I guess so. Yeah,
but
it doesn't seem fair.
I thought he was like having sex on the 364 days. That
exactly.
So
then why would that? That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I guess that they're very mean and sex is a privilege. So I guess I could buy it.
Yeah.
But that was strange that you cannot have sex while on parole. There's just a lower drop there.
Right. And then so they meet back up, the two leads of the movie, and they follow a couple of people to a club.
The Millionaire Club?
Yes, they walk the streets a while, and then they see that the people that they're following get in a fucking black van and disappear, and they're like, oh shit. And they get in another black van. Another one pulls up.
And this is where the great line that opened this podcast comes from. And it's less romantic in the moment. I was so sad to see. They are not, because I assumed the context of that scene, because I've been thinking about that scene for a long time now, is kind of when they are in good graces with each other and it is a little bit more flirty than it is. This is one of the first like times where he outwardly flirts with her. You know?
Yeah.
They've had a flirty atmosphere, but this is the first time he said anything like that, and it is immediately shot down. You know? Kind of a bummer to see my boy get like and by my boy I mean that line that I so love just kind of dropped there. I didn't feel like the movie earned it. But when they get into the club, her favorite musician is there. And she's encouraged to sing.
Yes, she is a good singer, supposedly. Does the little advertisements, but does not want to sing in front of people.
No, and we've seen her sing. She was Joan Baez in A Complete Unknown.
That's true.
Do you think that this was part of the character? If it would be part of the character if it wasn't Barbaro?
That's a good question. This does seem like there's like certain jobs that are very like particular to rom-coms, and this feels like one of them.
Singer,
a singer.
The singer that has to do the commercials is like that's a good.
It's a very
iteration.
Yeah, and that's like
rom-com.
It's normally like a journalist or a writer or somebody.
That is something that I wanted to talk about. So rom-coms are interesting, and they're kind of like horror in a way, where they have a very like distinct structure that you either follow or break away from, and either way you're making a choice, right? And when you're making something that is like formulaic, and I don't say that in a negative way, any time that you're like going away from the status quo is like a pretty big decision. And so then the little things in here that a lot of people say like they weren't enough, like felt pretty big to me, because they are making it like a pretty like specific choice in a rom-com,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it did kind of, That's why I was like, if the ending is changed, I think I messed with this movie. If you're making something that is like in the style of like safe 2000s rom-coms, but you are making these small decisions that kind of point into a direction, like a kind of a progressive and angry direction about the state of the world. I think that's a success. It just needs to stick the landing there. So I don't think it needed to be like a super body comedy to get the point across. I think it could have been really successful without it. That's all. You just reminded me of that. And who's the woman that he is hitched up with here?
Yes, so he goes and meets a woman in the middle of the park.
Oh yeah, that's before this, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
and yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about like the best part of like okay.
That is a good bit of world building.
So after the piano man gets arrested, she goes to jail and he goes to jail as well
because
he is robbed at the park. He believes
he's on an app. He's swiping on an app that's just called like Night or something like that.
Something like that.
It is built exclusively for this night, and he just kind of swipes through the malls where we get the Sydney Sweeney jump scare, right?
Yeah.
And then one of them just says like meet at this park, and then she like ties him to
zip ties him to a tree,
like in like a faux kinky way, and then just like takes his shit, and she's like, "It's a real bummer. You're pretty cute, bro."
Yeah.
And then leaves his ass there. But they get down to the police station.
Yes, and the police station's very important to the conversations around this film.
Yeah, for sure, because they do go ACAB. Barbaro, I believe, like asks the cop, like, "Why are you doing this? You don't need to enforce this. This is your part of the problem." Like just saying that, like, well, big man upstairs, not God, said that this is how it is. So like I'm just doing my job here. And she's like, "No, you are an active participant in this. You can't pretend that you're not." You know, which is ACAB. And then they make a point of being like she's checking the database for something, the cop, and then she's like, "Bummer. I guess it's your lucky day. The data centers are busy." I'm just like, that is a specific buzzword, and at that point I'm like, wow, that is another like small choice that speaks very loudly in this kind of a formulaic rom-com.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, dude. Like I wasn't like, wow, the bravery, but I was like, you're going for something there, you know. It seems like a very hot button like topic to be like. It adds to the kind of feeling of some of the choices that like this is an angry movie.
Yeah.
And it felt like it had a definitive point to it at that time.
Then the other important thing is, so they meet up again at the police station. They're getting their stuff back, and she's waiting for some test results. This is where the poster is that answers a lot of questions about the lore of this movie. There's a poster of what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
So no oral sex is allowed. There's nothing about hand jobs though, so I don't know if that's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I would assume that like that is.
But how
could they tell?
Exactly.
I think any orgasm within the distance of another person with the tattoo is a defense, right? They can't tell what is what, right? But that is a good bit of lore and a good bit of like, if there would be a lot more of this if it was full purge but with sex.
Yeah.
But I liked that.
This scene is when I realized, and this is my Letterboxd review, that Jim Levingston from American Pie could still fuck the pie and it would be legal.
Which is big. Yeah. That's really big.
Yeah.
Good for him.
What's the real crime here? You tell me. You know?
All right. So they go to the club, the Millionaire Club, as we've said. She's cute when she's nervous. No, she's just cute. And then she sings in front of everybody. And this is another subversion of the rom-com thing for me. Everyone does pull out their phones and starts doing the light thing, where like the candle kind of thing with slow songs. She's singing Only You.
Yes.
And
this is at the Millionaire Club.
Yeah, and she's a very charming actress. I think they're both pretty like ready for the job of like leading a rom-com.
Right.
And so I thought she was doing this well, but I was like, oh, bummer. You know, this is a little too sappy, and they pull it back. It's just in her head, which I thought was actually a very sweet way of her discovering that she does like performing in front of other people. Like I never really seen that before, but being like, at that point, it doesn't matter that people are like caring about her performance. It's like she has made a connection with the people, even if it's one-sided. Like it means something to her. That was kind of like a nice movie making way of saying that. And then, but she's caught the attention of her favorite singer, and so they split up. He is going to have sex with this.
Does she own the club?
I don't know. She's
a rich and
some importance.
A rich and powerful woman.
Yeah.
Callum Turner goes with a rich and powerful woman who's a little older than him.
Maybe more of a dominatrix type.
Yeah, and she goes off with the musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes to a recording studio.
She goes to the recording studio.
With this man.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an Owl City drop there.
There is.
Yeah, not a drop, sorry, a mention.
A mention of Owl City.
Fireflies here. They recorded fireflies here.
What is in this scene is payphone. Adam Levine's payphone.
Yes.
How do you feel about Owl City?
I mean, I loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a little earnest little kid, and I was like, 10 million, you say? 10 million fireflies? I listened to that one album, the Vanilla Dream or whatever it's called.
Right.
When I was like, to get to sleep. Of course it is. Are you the only performer?
See, I had a feeling I could tell you were an Owl City guy. I could just tell.
Yeah. It's not a great thing to tell about a person, but
I mean, it's okay. Owl City is just like two knob. What would you say? Knob. No, when you like turn a knob.
Yeah.
Two knob twists away from being Ernest Tom DeLonge, so it's totally fine. Okay. I understand.
It is very earnest, and that was something that was a big moment when I grew out of Owl City, and I was like, I'm a real man now. My poor friends had to sit through like me being like, no, you don't get it. This song is
the
great.
Dentist song rips, right?
The Dentist song is so funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then of course Owl City in Wreck-It Ralph.
Of course, Good Time. Yeah.
Good Time. That's actually a separate song. Good Time was not the one.
Oh no, it's not that one. Yeah.
But Good Time, Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a handshake between like current me and past me. You know, I'm a Jepsen stan now. Yeah. So I've just transferred, right?
Yeah.
But I never heard Owl City mentioned like this. Owl City did do a song for Owls of Ga'Hoole, which I think is funny. It's a Mark Webb directing, like Amazing Spider-Man. Like, well, I guess we got kind of a thing, you know. But this scene I think is very good. I really liked it. It got all the people in the theater.
Wait, isn't it Guardians of Ga'Hoole, and isn't that Zack Snyder?
Yeah, It's like Guardians of Ga'Hoole. Wait, it's Guardians of something. Legend of the Guardians: Owls of Ga'Hoole. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I read those damn books.
I think I read the first two.
They were in my mom's classroom, and I just read every single book she had in her classroom. And that series is one of them. So I think I read the whole damn thing.
Damn.
Zack Snyder, dude. I would love to do a rewatch of the Ga'Hoole. I would love to do a Ga'Hoole cast. I want to know how that, because I loved it when I was a kid, because I was like, that shit's dark, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they kill the owls in that one. Holy hell. But I wonder how it would hold up now. What if it's great?
I don't hear anybody talk about that, you know?
No, everyone forgets.
Yeah. Weird footnote.
Yeah. But he takes his clothes off and starts performing. She's already being like, I don't think this is it. I think maybe the right call would be Turner over there.
Yeah.
With his big ass ears.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts to sing a song, and it starts sweet. Then it gets really
kind of graphic.
Gross. Yeah. Graphic.
And then he slips.
He slips off the top of a piano and fucking bashes his head in.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. Got the people laughing. He was shaking his ass. It's kind of a tour de force performance.
Right.
I would say he's a scene stealer here.
People do like his performance in this. The things I've heard.
I mean, I think he's undeniable. Did you like his performance?
It was okay. I don't know.
Man, you're a hater, man. Can't believe it.
So Callum and his older lady, they go back to his mom's place, which is what you want to do.
Crazy decision because all right, so let's dive into here. All
Mhm.
right, how long are we in here?
A little over an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's dive in. Let's spend like 30 minutes here because this is maybe the craziest moment in the film to me.
Mm-hmm.
So he is in like the limo with this big and powerful woman, and she's like, "Let's go to your place. It's better when I'm in an unfamiliar place."
Right.
And he cannot go back to his apartment because she asks for the apartment.
Maya Hawke,
his girlfriend,
Mhm.
asked for the apartment. Not because they're gonna have sex in the apartment, Maya Hawke and Glenn Powell, but because Glenn Powell lives a couple floors above, and so she's like, it weirds me out that like we're too close, right? So his decision, instead of being like, well, okay, what would you do in the scenario? Let's just open it up.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do in the scenario? You are Callum Turner in the scenario. She asks you, "I would like to go back to your place." What do you say?
I mean, so she wants an unfamiliar. I mean, you can't go back to your place because if Maya Hawke is there, you can't do that.
But
you can't go back to the mom's place either, though, because that's one, it's your mom's place, and two,
yes.
Apparently her and Reading Rainbow are reading it together.
That's the craziest thing. This is the worst option he could have picked, is going to the mom's place. She has very explicitly stated that her and Jordy LaForge are having sex in that house.
Mm-hmm.
That is an X, big X. That's just not an option.
I don't know why they just do it in the car.
Yes. So
it's a big limo. She's a powerful person. She can get away with it.
But maybe she's done that before, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe it's not familiar to her.
Your options are you tell her, which he's worried about, like turning her off and being like unoppressive. But there's already power play here, right?
Yeah.
You can say, well, we can't go to this apartment. I mean, it's not necessarily power play. It's like this is messy, so maybe she wouldn't be into that. That's his worry. The risk of going to a place that is guaranteed mother sex place versus going to their apartment, which she has said, Maya Hawke has said, she's not having sex in. She's having sex a couple floors above. That's a much less dangerous risk.
Is that what she said?
I believe so.
Okay.
Because she makes the whole thing of like, it would just be weird if I knew you were that close.
Okay.
Because she says that's the reason why she needs it.
Right.
So that's the call, or you tell her and you go to like a hotel or something. Or I would even prefer this. There are a lot of empty homes. Everyone's out. Break into a damn home. That could be a set piece. That could be something.
That could be a set piece. I'm sure she would find that thrilling.
Really, exactly.
Yeah.
She kind of likes that he has to like kind of break into this home already because he has to break in because the key is not under the rock where he would normally like use it to get in or whatever. And she was into it. She was smiling, you know. It's just a terrible decision. And then he has the gall. I have it written here. What is his plan? And then below I have the quote I would like to read to you.
Okay.
Because they're having straight sex on the couch. And LeVar Burton and Molly Ringwald, they come downstairs and they're covered in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And then this man has the audacity to be like, "Mom, what are you doing?" What could he possibly mean? Exactly what she stated. Exactly what you knew walking in here. Was his plan to just fuck on the couch and that they would be upstairs?
Well,
and
maybe
it's
the bubble wrap thing.
Oh, you think that him saying, "Mom, what are you doing?" after they caught them is just like, I'm completely like, I kind of expected you to walk in here. This is like fun. But the bubble wrap's strange. What's the deal?
Yeah.
That's your read?
I mean, it's not expected. The bubble wrap. What are they doing?
It wasn't expected.
What are they doing?
It was fun. Do you? What did they say? They were unpacking something. They have some explanation for it. Just a deranged scene, and then she leaves, as she should.
Yeah.
And then he's sad.
He's sad. He goes back to his pizza place. She goes to the hospital with piano guy, but decides no. And she goes to the pizza place that he's at.
Yes.
So they're both at the pizza place. This is the big scene in the trailer.
Which, why would they put that in the trailer? I
I
mean,
was curious about that.
it is a visual metaphor for sex, and it is kind of a hot scene between them. There's a lot of good finger licking there. You know, he puts there's a shot because in the trailer you see him put the taste the sauce. Go, oh, but there are two tastings of the sauce one by one, and then one long shot where she tastes the sauce and goes oh, and that's a good finger lick too. And then he's like, I could do one better, and he does the full like. It's a good finger lick.
Right.
It's incredible stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The tension is high. I'm enjoying this. He gives her a shirt. I don't know why that was a highlight of the scene for me.
Yeah, so there's the scene that pretty much is in the trailer. It plays out as it mostly does in the trailer.
But it's just dopamine. That's what it says in the movie.
And he gets a call from Maya Hawke, and he decides.
Well, there's a whole, but then
she has a little dream.
She's like, what should I do? What should I do? And then
she fantasizes telling him no.
She plops this phone down on his face, and then they're gonna go have sex.
They get wild with it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then wakes her up from her dream. This is not your typical rom-com, okay? It's not that easy.
Yeah.
And she says, "Go take it. Go take the call."
So he takes the call, and he goes back to the apartment because Maya Hawke is like, I couldn't go through with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he shows up to the apartment, and him and Maya Hawke argue a little bit about the night.
And she says, "Did I ruin things?" And he said, "No, but I might have." And then he runs. Where does he run? Because now they have to find each other.
Yeah, well, he just like runs. It's like,
oh, he goes to the apartment where he thinks.
Yeah, so it's this entire thing. The sex purge is not a whole day. It is 12 hours.
Yes, that was surprising to me.
7 in the PM to 7 in the AM. And so it is at this point almost 7 in the AM. So he's running around and he's trying to find her, and he's not very successful at it. She goes back to her place, and his 12-year-old boy is still there. And so is the lesbian friend. But
12-year-old boy comes in clutch and says, there was a big Dumbo man outside yelling for you.
And so she's like,
where could I go?
Where could I go?
They had a moment. They talked about like, where is your Empire State Building? Because she's like that's the idea of a romantic like spot to have your moment with the LOML or the LOYL. And she's like, nah, it's not mine. Mine is this lovely little lighthouse or whatever.
From the lighthouse.
From the lighthouse, yeah. So then after a bunch of hemming and hawing and people going to different places or whatever, they all have the moment where like they run to a place, and she runs to the lighthouse and she thinks she's not there. But he shows up with some Dunkin'.
Yeah.
Because there are signs about that say like America runs on Dunkin', particularly this night. Runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah, when she,
I kind of like the advertisements throughout. Like I like this being a movie about like finding love in a corporate like hellscape, and I think some of the product placement in this could be viewed as a commentary in of itself, like going a Josie and the Pussycat way of doing it.
And earlier in the film, she says that she likes her coffee black with 3 sugars.
True, man.
Which he brings her coffee black with 3 sugars. They go to the lighthouse. They decide let's make this happen.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and then
it
happens.
Then the ending happens. They say, "Wait, guys, this is feeling a little off." I think they say the craziest thing. They say we can't let this mandate control us. We need to not have sex, and we'll wait a year. It'll be better if we wait. The fuck it will. What do you mean? So then they don't have sex. They kiss good.
Yeah, they kiss a couple of times.
And then they go up. They go up at the tippy top of the lighthouse, and
on the balcony.
They are being filmed in an advertisement. That is
she hears her music.
She hears the music.
That's the Brave song, I believe, from earlier.
Yes.
And so there's a thing throughout this movie where at one point, and I forgot to mention this, Callum Turner bumps into, there's an assault happening, and he tries to break it up, but it's for a movie. And some fake cops played by Pete Davidson and what's the other guy?
I don't remember. I recognized him, but I don't remember.
And I liked this Pete Davidson cameo. There was a point where I had a lot of stock in Pete Davidson at the start of this decade, and I was like, oh, he seems promising. Suicide Squad, that was funny. He had a couple little charming comedies here and there.
Yes.
I don't really think King of Staten Island worked, but
Interesting.
I liked his Netflix special, and I was like, keep an eye on this guy, and then it didn't happen. But this kind of threw me back to 2020 when my friends and I were like, that's the guy.
Yeah, it was a good cameo. The cameo is the idea is that people are filming in New York on this day because there's not paparazzi.
Yes, everyone is, because all the paparazzi are single.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really understand this as a premise. They don't really state that it's because and especially because it's in New York. A low budget film would be very good to not have to block off a street, but you still would have to block off a street because it's there's a lot of people running around.
Yeah.
So it didn't really make sense to me, but it has an incredible payoff. Is it at that point where it's revealed that this is in a telemarketing ad for this vaginal cream or whatever?
Yes. So at the end of the film, when she hears the music at the top of the lighthouse, that's her song from earlier, the Brave song. It turns out they are in a commercial that for the psoriasis, and this is established earlier, where the producer of the song is like, "We're shooting tomorrow."
Yes.
So
they have to act like they're in it. They have to dance. They have to keep kissing, whatever. And then it cuts back and it shows the actual ad and them dancing in it. And then is that where it has an ad in the corner?
Yes.
For that police film. Guess where the fuck it's going, dude?
Where's it going?
It's going to Tubi.
Oh, yes, it is going to Tubi.
An incredible reveal.
Yes. Huge win for this pod.
Yes, a huge win for the pod. This is the second Tubi joke of this year, besides Scary Movie. And this one's much better.
Yeah, and there's going to be one in Dune.
Yes, of course. He's gonna, as part of his great crimes, he's gonna found Tubi.
Okay, so then there's a hard cut to 1 year later.
Yes.
And this is the movie's real ending. It has been 1 year. It is now August 7th again, because I'm assuming that's the date.
Good boys and girls.
And all of our LDS friends, and then the day hits, and they do it, and
they do a little joke, but then oh, where should we go, huh? And they're like, no, I think we'll have sex right about now, and then that's the end, huh?
That is the end.
So that's crazy. It is crazy that they say it is exactly like, well, this is the world we're living in. We got to live with it, instead of an act of rebellion, which is what the movie should be building up to, right? It's such a weird, sex negative ending for a sex positive movie. Yeah. Of it being no, it's got to be perfect. You do have to wait, which is what the movie this is what this government is arguing for, right? Yeah. So here's my history. Here's my how it should have ended. This is how it actually should have ended. It's bizarre that they didn't do this to me. This is what happens. They meet up at the lighthouse. They're kissing and they wait. They go, wait. Oh, fuck. The siren sound or whatever. The day's over. And they say the exact same line. They say, we can't let this mandate dictate this. And they have hot, steamy, awesome sex in the lighthouse. They're fucking on the stairs like it's in the Thomas Crown Affair. They're fucking on top. They're having lovely, passionate, beautiful sex. Fun, awesome sex. And then the SWAT team comes in, fucking, right? Brings them out. Yeah. And then they take them back to the jail where we were already at. And they smile, as an act of resistance. Yeah. Yeah. Why wouldn't they do that? That is what the movie is building towards. It is an act of rebellion. And it's even a kind of rom-com thing of oh fuck, all hope is lost. But then they take it into their own hands. Man, what a strange way to end it, man.
It is.
And before they're about to have sex, and then they don't. He says, "I'm not gonna need the whole 11 minutes," and she says, "Me neither, son." So that's strange to me.
The son line? Just adding son?
No, that's fine. She was like, "Me neither, son." It's an awkward. It fits with the character to me. Right. But I'm not gonna need the whole 11 minutes is bad for me. That's not good for me.
It's not a good joke to you.
Yes, because of what this is insidious. This is saying that the whole fucking, and also I want to talk about their sex talk. Right. The sex talk that they have is it's a little bit in the trailer. They say like she's like, what's your favorite part? Oh, the cheese. No, of sex.
Mhm.
And she says the build up, right? And he says the after,
Right.
like aftercare or whatever. The moment after we shared a secret. It's not about the sex. He says that it's not about the sex. And these both align with the fascist view of sex. The build up is part of it. You have to wait till marriage, and then the after. It's not about the sex. It's about the what you've done. Isn't it so lovely, the connection? This movie is not saying that sex is fun and good and like a thing you should be having, like between like beautiful consensual people. Which is what the movie like. That's the whole thing. Is like there's a rebellion brewing or whatever, and this bit as well. I'm not gonna need the whole 11 minutes. That's saying like this is about climax and that's it. This is him. The joke is that he's like, there's all this build up, I'm only gonna need the like whatever. He's a 2 pump chump or whatever. But that's not the point. That's not the point, man. You should be using the whole 11 minutes to have a beautiful connection with this person you love. Such a strange thing. A fumble in my eyes, because I feel like most of the movie is like sex positive in a way that I found adequate. But then this, nah, I don't understand it. Okay, you have anything to say about all that?
No, you're right.
Okay, well then let me go over the things I've missed here in my notes. Let me scan. I wrote no unique Universal logo, which I was disappointed by. What would you want the Universal logo to be? Maybe just like you hear like vague like cacophony of like sex sounds or whatever coming from when it turns the globe over to America. You like that?
That's funny, yeah.
Do you have any other ideas?
I don't have any other ideas.
Maybe
I've never
it
really
turns into the different like the 70s like female like sign and the male sign. That could be fun. It's a little exclusive, but that's like Austin Powers kind of sex. Let's see. Edging, graffiti, no sex, Murphy joke by the Radio Man. I guess I could talk about that. Do you know about Radio Man?
No.
I looked this up because I've been obsessed with this movie for a while. I looked up the Wikipedia page to tell people about this, and it says Radio Man as himself. I looked into this. Look up Radio Man on Wikipedia, or you could look him up on Letterboxd. It's this guy. He's like an older man, and he has a boombox, and he's in like everything.
Oh, yeah.
This is like a little casting joke that I never knew of. So this dude, I couldn't quite find him. I thought maybe I saw him, but I couldn't be sure. But I was looking for him. So everyone look up Radio Man. There's a documentary about him. Maybe I'll watch it. But shout out Radio Man.
Yeah, this guy's on a lot of stuff. Yeah.
There's a lot of Amazon product placements, which
Spider-Man,
felt like he's in a lot of shit, especially New York stuff. He's just like a.
That's what I noticed.
It's like if there was a lot of.
That's one thing I like about this movie. This is shot in New York. That
is really cool.
Yes.
So and that kind of makes the filming in New York joke a little better.
Big W for New York right now. We got a kick-ass Spider-Man movie, which isn't filmed in New York, but
it looks like it.
Feels like
it.
Feels like New York, yeah. In this movie,
yeah, for sure.
People don't like, but it's okay.
Well, they're I don't know what people want. I like this is so interesting to me. I'm upset this has made more money.
You're upset I'm upset that Spider-Man made more money than One Night Only.
I agree, man. This should be in contention for like beating Endgame. What was I saying about the dude? Oh, yes. It would be like if there was a surge of films like shot in Salt Lake City and they like feature the Wizard or whatever, in all the movies. Like the casting was like, this would be fun, right?
Yeah.
It feels like that. Amazon's in it a lot, which I thought was maybe added to the kind of it could like the Josie and the Pussycats like school of using marketing tactics to like kind of be a shot in the face a little bit. I don't know. What do you think? Because in the trailer, one of the most mocked things is like, at least among me and others like, that I've talked to, is the like negging of people of their attractiveness or whatever. I felt in the movie worked a lot better. Like that it's obviously a joke that they're both like smoke shows and that they're joking about it. Like they call it, like he's a 7 apparently or whatever, like all that kind of stuff. I thought that was all right. Oh yeah, did you like him covering his cock with Colleen Hoover? I thought that was strong.
Yeah, it's a big thing for, I mean, Verity coming out soon, you know?
We just had reminders of him. Banger.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they didn't say it. I kind of wish it was a little detail that I would laugh at, and I thought was awesome, and maybe a funny joke about the state of romantic films. Yeah, I think that's all.
All right, would you like to hear the rest of my suggested cast?
Oh, yes. My people? We've got a lot. Holy hell.
Okay. So I said Frank T.J. Mackey, which we said pro. So that'd be a good movie.
Yes.
The Jolly Green Giant, no.
It's an anti. Yeah.
Ma, no. Or Ma, yes.
Yes.
All right, my next one I got here. Oh, and I said Patrick from Challengers, which we said
yes.
I think yes too.
Yeah.
Elizabeth/Sue from The Substance.
I think you could slide in the message of The Substance into this pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes. It might be a lot going on, but yeah, I'll say.
I think that would be compelling because she'd probably want to be Sue for that, right?
Yeah, she would.
But what if she can't get it timed right? You know.
And then maybe Elizabeth would rather have it. Oh, interesting. Because Sue is... Wait. Elizabeth Sparkle is
Elizabeth
Demi Moore.
is Demi Moore, and then Sue is Margaret.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd want to have Sue, but then what if... Oh, that'd be so sad. If things are going wrong on the one night, you can legally have premarital sex. Awesome. Yeah, pro.
All right. This is a crazy one.
Okay.
Eric Andre.
Oh, great. I mean, he's a man in New York. He's on the streets. Bird Up.
With the worst show on television.
Yeah. Him doing like on the street interviews during the one night you can legally have premarital sex. I think would be strong.
Yeah.
Is he trying to fuck, or is he just like recording his show?
I initially I was gonna be like, he's a crazy guy trying to fuck, but I actually think him being like bringing like Kraft Punk out is like is like really funny.
People would be really upset, more so than normal, because they've got places
Google,
to be people.
show me this guy's balls.
Oh man.
All right, this next person I know for sure is married, but JD Vance.
well, he may not be faithful.
Yeah.
We don't know. Erica, right? That's the
Erica Kirk.
Erica.
Yeah.
So this is the one night in the year he could legally have sex with Erica Kirk. What if you get divorced, or
that's the great question.
God forbid Charlie Kirk gets shot in the throat? Then what happens? Do you get? Are you now single status? Do you now have to get tatted up? Do they approach you on the day of your husband's death and
I guess so.
tat you up?
Yeah, widowed people. I know that. I know they do talk about divorce in this movie, where you can be divorced for like a year or something, or you can be like married. You have to be like married for like a certain amount of time before you can get divorced or something. But I don't know what you do if you're in like a domestic violence situation.
So she'd get Kirky tattooed. Right?
Turning Point USA.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know about maybe the JD Vance one. I don't know.
I think yes. I just want to see more JD Vance in media.
Of course. All right.
I loved Hillbilly Elegy. I'd like a spiritual sequel.
All right. Former porn star Mia Khalifa.
Sure.
All right.
I guess. Yeah. She seems to have an interesting relationship to her image.
Her career at this point.
Yeah. So I guess that'd be kind of interesting to reevaluate like where she stands with it, like on the horniest night of the year.
Bit of a late 2010s pull there, you know.
Yeah, sure.
All right, this one's kind of breaking the game I've set up here. Death from Final Destination.
Okay. Would you like me to interpret this, or would you like to interpret it?
Well, how would you interpret it?
I'm trying to think. It's unknowable.
I mean, maybe I do think putting a Final Destination movie on this night.
Oh wait, Death's not trying to fuck.
I don't know what that looks like.
I would love a Final Destination movie to take place on the one night a year that single people can have sex.
Yeah, but like with the Eric Andre thing though, we decided he's not trying to fuck. He's just doing on the street interviews. Yeah, so it's just like, what is this character or celebrity doing in this situation?
They can have different roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm pro Final Destination on the one night you can legally have sex.
And then my last one is Lydia Tarr.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, she is married. But then you could go into that whole subsection of the lore about what happens with like infidelity. So I think that's strong.
Yeah. All right. Those are my people I got for you.
That's incredible.
My roster of 10 people I came up with before you came over.
Why is this movie not doing super well? Because it's
been marketed like, I mean, we go to the movies a lot, but it's been in front of a lot of movies.
Yeah. Is it because Spider-Man is going after a similar demographic?
It's possible.
That's date night for sure.
That is date night.
And this is like Anyone But You was a crazy kind of thing because they didn't know Glenn Powell was going to be hitting as hard as he was when that movie came out.
Yeah.
So that was kind of one big star and one
I mean, Sydney.
like the pundits are saying this one's a big star, right?
Yeah, well, Sydney Sweeney was pretty big at that point
That's
too,
what
and
I'm
that was
saying. I'm saying Sydney was the big star.
yeah, and it was
and
pre-controversy. Powell, yeah.
And so that makes sense. These are two like beautiful people, and I mean she is less known than him. Would you
Yeah.
say? 'Cause she was in Top Gun Maverick, and then she was
Small
in
part.
Small Part.
Yeah.
And then he was in. I mean, she was also in the
Complete Unknown.
Complete Unknown, but that's not gonna like move the needle with this audience.
Right.
So then, Callum Turner, he's been in a lot of stuff, more than I realized.
Sex Education was the first time I saw him in anything.
So then that's pretty big. Like I feel like people are aware of Callum Turner. Right?
Yeah, well, he had Attorney wasn't a huge hit, but he was in Eternity last year. Oh, he was in Green Room.
Oh, awesome.
He was in Crimes of Greenwald. No, I think he's in the band. He was in the 2 of the Fantastic Beasts movies.
How could I forget?
And he was in the movie Emma.
Oh yeah, he's good in that.
Anya Taylor-Joy. Boys in the Boat. He was I think he might have been one of the boys in the boat.
I think you might be onto something.
Did you have to read that book in school?
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't know that was a big book to read.
I'd read that book in 9th grade.
Is it awesome?
No, it was boring.
They were in the boat, yeah?
They were in the boat.
Spoilers?
Spoilers. They may have been in the boat.
They got in there, the boys. So, is it... I don't know. It's kind of a bummer that this isn't making more money. I would like this to be a healthier place, the rom-coms as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, the people don't like talking about sex in movies, but are they okay with it if it's not shown? I don't know how our generation works.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Do they just not like to talk about it?
Probably.
In their fiction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What a shame. But they do love challengers. Does gay sex get a pass?
I think so. It's because it's like, I mean, amongst certain crowds, it's very progressive, and they're for that. And I think that just like straight sex might come off as exploitative, as you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
a bit of a double standard here, I think. But
yeah, I mean, I can understand like this industry has been built on a lot of exploitation, and women have not been treated very well, like when it comes to sex scenes, and it's always favoring women.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's the right reaction to say like because of this we should go as far away from sex as possible. I think the industry was like, I mean, getting more into like how to do it professionally and with a lot of like empowerment and consent, like with intimacy coordinators and things like that. It seems to be the way that it should be going, and finding a way to like portray sex as more of a like as a positive, like reshape the narrative on what sex means to like movies,
right?
And have it be a little less like I'm gonna say a word and it just feels right here, but I couldn't back it up. Chauvinist.
Mm-hmm.
Let's chauvinist. Define chauvinist. It felt right to say there, but that's just because it's just been like ingrained in my mind from people talking about things. I'm gonna look it up now.
Person who has a blind, unreasonable belief that their own group, nation, race, or gender is better than all others.
So they're completely inaccurate.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take some swings. You do have to take some swings. I don't know. I do wish the energy was. It just does feel like people thinking that they're being progressive, but actually leaning more into like conservatism and like the silencing of talking about sex in general, and the rise of like unrealistic sexual standards. As what I think, but I can understand people feeling differently, but I don't. Actually, I do not. I do not understand when people think that sex is an unnecessary part of movies when sex is like a very large part of the human existence, and I don't understand why anyone would want to like, unless you're viewing art as exclusively like something to be consumed to make you feel like a certain way that you want to be felt. But if you're looking at it as art of any kind, that's ridiculous to me. I guess those people are coming from a place of books are very different from movies in that way, because movies are actually, I feel like there's like an image that has come like post Me Too of, if you're having a sex scene, there is everyone on set, and
Yeah.
that's a very uncomfortable thing.
Mhm.
And that image, I feel like, is in people's heads of how it is being like manipulated and abused. Um, so that makes sense to me. And I guess it would have to be just like a lot of regaining trust to get that image away from that. I don't know. I don't really know the answer, but I do think I don't like the reactionist like thing against it. And maybe it does just have to be done at an independent level, and maybe it does just have to like maybe queer sex is a lot safer to do. Um, I don't know. I think about it all the time.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah.
Hmm. It's an interesting thing to consider. What do you think?
What do I think
Yeah. About nudity in film and the kind of the like the Oppenheimer reaction?
Um, I just think that we have our demographic of people, at least. There's just no exposure to it, I guess, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
I mean, we grew up in a very like sanitized Marvel era,
Yeah.
So I think something like that being in a big movie, because there's way more graphic things than Oppenheimer. Poor Things came out that same year,
Yeah. People
Which
were
I mean,
upset
and
with Poor
people
Things.
were upset about Poor Things, but I don't know. I just think that if it's big movies that everyone sees, like Oppenheimer, people freak out a little bit about it,
Mm-hmm.
just because I just don't think it's probably their first time experiencing anything like that in a crowd.
Right.
At
Yeah.
least like people of our age, especially, um, when we turned the age to be able to legally go to an R-rated movie, it was during COVID,
Yeah, you're right.
and so
And
I mean, Oppenheimer is such a specific example of like going to see a near $1 billion movie with a bunch of people and being like, holy shit, that's Florence Pugh and all her Pugh.
right.
She's there.
Mm-hmm. Pew pew.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I just think there's a lack of exposure probably to something like that, whereas
Yeah.
it was kind of inescapable in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could movies didn't have PG-13 didn't really exist. It was either R or it was PG.
Yeah.
For a long time. And so it was really easy to just go into a movie as a young kid and see The Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's a large demographic of Gen Xers that went and saw Fast Times as like a young person,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just how it was.
Yeah.
It's not that anymore though.
And I mean it was all driven by like finances,
Mm-hmm.
by financial shit. Just being like, if we can guarantee there are breasts in this, then people are like, we're gonna get a whole subsection of people.
Yeah.
It's being like, it's giving people access to like pornography. Like a lot of it is. It's like that is a draw.
Yeah.
And we both have like a soft spot for like exploitation films
Mm-hmm.
and what they represent, but that part of it did need to die. And but but then it also had like in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s there are a lot of adult dramas that deal with sex very upfrontly and like in a very adult way, where we're still making like adult movies, like not pornography, but
Mm-hmm.
movies for adults. And a lot of that seems like that's a positive for the world, and they weren't it didn't reflect like the greatest like sexual politics, a lot of them, but nothing did at the time. And I mean there are things like Sharon Stone with in Basic Instinct, where she was like, there are various like accounts of what happened, where she was told that she needed to take off the underwear for lighting or whatever, and then like didn't know that was going to be in the movie. And some people say that didn't happen, some people say that it did, but things like that were all over the place. And so it is a really tricky thing to have. But I don't know if people are really upset about the way, like the reaction to it in a lot of ways doesn't seem to be like, we need to fix that. It's like, I just don't want it in my movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right. I think the COVID point is very is a very good point. a lot of people like say that our generation is kind of stunted because of our like formational years, like like losing like 3 years of that is like a big bummer. And I don't like the way that people are like they talk about things as like a bad date movie or even a bad movie to watch with your parents, where especially the date movie thing where they're like, I can't believe I took a date to see that. It had like sex in it, and it had like some gross stuff in it in a way that feels like sexist to me
Yeah.
for people to be like, I can't believe it took a fucking girl to see that shit. And like people are grown ass adults and can see that kind of stuff. And that just seems to be like adding to the like infantilization of our generation is this idea of like, oh my god, I had to cover my eyes. I think you're right that people grew up a lot differently back then, and seeing that more and more. And I think it's hard to come down like on like specifically on one side or the other, but I it does like stink to me a little bit of like the like it feels indicative of a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also live in a streaming era where they can put filters on streaming services.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parents can.
Yeah. It feels very not satanic panic, but it's just like this shouldn't exist instead of I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a big conversation that I think I'm not very like super qualified to like put my arms around.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
I mean, I can kind of think of like examples of like, okay, so there's a show. I don't know if I should be saying this because I don't know if I'm like know enough about it to really say this and have this mean anything. But there's a show that on Amazon that was fairly popular recently called Off Campus. It's like just like a YA show. I mean, it's a little older than YA. It's a young 20s type of show.
College
student, yeah. And I've seen praise for that show for how women are written in that show. But I do know that there's dong. There's a character that goes into a locker room and there's a lot of dicks out.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just not on the right circles of the internet, which is probably true. But I don't see anyone like upset about that,
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I mean, that is the pendulum thing and not in a negative way. I mean, we do need to have a lot more like male nudity in movies. I've always been an advocate for that because it just makes sense, like balancing the books.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a part of me that's like, if we do need to have a generation of like movies that are just like super dong forward, and are lighter on like female nudity, like that seems fine to me. But neither are happening a lot of the cases. Yeah. So it's like it's a lot easier to put a rubber stamp on dong being in there. The relationship to like men getting naked in front of cameras is a lot less tortured
mm-hmm.
than it is with women. And women's bodies in general are treated a lot differently. I mean, I don't have to say that. So it does feel a lot less morally complicated to put dong on camera. But usually when dong is in movies, it's humorous or scary. And the same thing with nudity as in horror as a whole, and it's always like almost always like elderly nudity, which is another thing people talk about.
That's like a new A24 thing where it's like
it's
naked old woman, naked old man.
Maybe like ageist kind of like, I mean, it's playing on a fear of aging and old folk or whatever, but there's a lot of naked old people being used as like props to be scary. And I'm not saying that all of that is negative. I mean, Ari Aster uses that a lot. Ari Aster likes to put dong in a lot of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
And like Eddington is an example of dong at the end being used like as a punchline, as an ultimate, not demasculization, but like an embarrassment. Right. It is a demasculization, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's good, but it doesn't. There's not like positive sexual representation of nudity a whole lot outside of independent film.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just people reading the tea leaves, right? That's just studios being like Gluck said. Will Gluck is just like, I know what people want, what they don't want. I know people are going to be angry if this is horned up.
Yeah,
But
the movie got glucked.
yeah, the movie got glucked.
Mm-hmm.
But the reaction kind of is, why is this sexless? Why is this kind of restrained?
Mm-hmm.
But is that just among our sphere, like cinephile folk? Is this something that is like, I feel like people are a lot. Do you feel like a lot of cinephiles are having this opinion of like nudity has no place in like modern movies, or do you think that is people from that watch their like 5 movies a year?
I think that younger cinephiles, again, people in our demographic, are probably like, I don't want nudity in my movies.
Mm-hmm.
But people maybe a little older. I mean, I listened to Amanda Dobbins' episode on this movie, and she was like, "This is a sexless rom-com."
Yeah.
She was like, "Where is it?"
Where is
So
it?
I do think I think it's just a generational thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then and movies are like, in a lot of cases, they don't need to be intellectualized,
Mm-hmm.
and sex also having to be intellectualized like this is kind of like leading to I mean it's a natural kind of like a needed thing to happen, but it is also leading to a lot of the repression, I think. And so like if you're looking at movies at like its base values, especially something like this, One Night Only is offering, you're gonna look at some hunk and a babe,
Mm-hmm.
and there's gonna be comedy here, and you're gonna get you're gonna be moved. Like that's the goal. This movie isn't. I mean, it is attempting to touch at like bigger issues, which seems to be kind of to its detriment. But at its base values, a rom com is just provocation in the like not provocation, but it is pushing buttons. It's making like things go off on your brain in the same way that horror does.
Yeah.
And so, and horror is the other side of the exploitation like genre, right? Like another huge part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a lot less investigated than nudity is. And horror has become like the genre of our generation. And that and horror is also going down the same path of being super analyzed. Like that is what this last like generation has been, is like people being like, this is saying something about this. This is why. And when something is like super, like I think about the reaction to X.
Yeah.
I don't know how big, like large scale this was, but when I went with a bunch of people, the reaction was like pretty negative and kind of baffled as why I wasn't negative on it. And a lot of it was about the sex in that movie,
Mm-hmm.
like especially the old person having sex, and it just being like a straight up slasher, gory, like
Yeah. I mean,
gorgeous
it's
people getting hacked to death.
back to basic 70s slasher. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Pearl was received with like open arms,
Mm-hmm.
and you could say maybe because that is,
I mean, Pearl's a character study.
Pearl's a character study, and it is a horny woman with full, like, it is, everything is in kind of her control,
Mm-hmm.
which is easier, and also sex being looked at as a crazy thing, it like maybe also leads to that, but also like queer, she's a queer icon, like a lot of other things go into that, like it has a vibe to it.
Is there that much sex in Pearl? Like, she fucks the scarecrow, but there's no nudity.
No, there isn't. She's horny.
She's horny, and she visits David Cornsweet,
mm-hmm.
and he shows her a 1920s pornographic film or something like that.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, you're right. There's not like a lot of on-screen sex. I think she maybe watches Does she watch a porno in that theater with? Does the Cornsweet show her a porno? I think
yes, that's what he shows her. Right.
Yeah. But that movie is supposed to like set up the years and years of repression that leads to X, where she's a horny old lady, like seeing this like young cast of a Texas Chainsaw movie like shooting a porno, and that's the whole like point of that. Like those two movies getting different reactions is kind of interesting to me, because I feel like X is a very like sex positive and kind of an inclusive movie to me, where the the old lady being naked doesn't feel like part of the scare to me. It feels very empathetic. I mean, it is like big and provocative, but it doesn't feel like a lot of the other movies have. It is about like how sexual repression does this to you, and so I thought that was like in a trend of people of like movies analyzing that and in a positive way. Yeah. So then horror is so like nasty and feels like it is ripe for interpretation. Like for and I do this as well. This is another thing I think about a lot. Is like, why do I enjoy horror?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a thing that we as humans shouldn't, but it hits something in us. And so exploitation is just people want to watch people fuck and people want to watch people get murdered, and these are the two tantalizing edges of society that we can capitalize on. And one of them is now being kind of lauded for and being analyzed in a way that like leads to it being like everywhere, omnipresent. The other one is being like completely like over like super analyzed to the point that it to its detriment, and it's being completely like shut down, silenced.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why. I mean I do, but it feels like horror and like nudity and things should be like both kind of given the kind of analyzation about it, but also being like kind of given a new life, right? Like being like saying like maybe we need to step away from like the torture porn of the 2000s and make something a little bit more elevated.
Mm-hmm.
And I it makes sense to me for like people to be like, we need to step away from the exploitation of the 2000s and before, and step into a new kind of more enlightened way of portraying sex in movies. Especially when like that comes hand in hand with like progressive like ideas, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it is interesting to me that they split so entirely.
I'm excited for Get Me Asthma soon,
Exactly,
because I hear that this is a good double feature.
Yeah, I mean that is what that movie is about. Is exploitation of the two of them and how they intertwine and how we look at sex and violence and cat miasma. You know.
Yeah.
So that'd be interesting, like to talk about this a little bit more in that discussion as well.
Yes, which will be probably what we do next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that and the street. There's the street.
Oh yeah, Oak Street and Tony.
Yeah,
I gotta
catch up on all these when I get back from my
trip. Like our house theater, Broadway is like they're opening Tony and Miasma on the same damn day. It's a big day for me. Like that's crazy. Well, yeah, I didn't expect this to go this way. This conversation.
Yeah.
But I had a good time.
One pod only, you know.
One
pod can change everything.
And we have changed everything, and
Yes.
the way that everyone looks at nudity in films, and the way that film like all that's going to change now because the Socrates and Aristotle have spoken.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming to our castle.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy out there on August 8th or whenever this came out.
August 7th, August 8th. Well, I mean, it started August 7th at 7 p.m. and then ended August 8th at 7 a.m.
We just kind of looked out from our balcony and saw all the love, you know?
A lot of love.
But we did see the Gluck cut, so everyone was doing it indoors.
The Gluck cut where it looks more like Bo is afraid.
Yeah, it did look like Bo is afraid. You're right. All right.
Well, we'll be back. We got to talk we got to talk, I guess, a few movies when I get back from my vacation.
We have a lot to catch up on, too.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.